that's true. And it is what it is.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise to the equal grade. Does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school, not school, not school, not school, not school. Does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes with parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. School, not daycare. School. Sure the television, make sure you have the television, make sure you but sure the television, the phone, make sure the television, school, not daycare. School. Sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
With the lowest IQ. That was an opinion of somebody. Antifa exists.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, we can't get fooled again.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. You know, the truth. In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
No good. No good.
Battle of righteousness versus Satan. Yes, Satan. Because these leftists are evil.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
It was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan. And it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man. You know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
Not good. Believe me, not good. Dumb people, liberal people. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. A kid coming.
8 months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives, so this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese, a real beautiful company. That was an opinion of somebody. Let me just tell you, I get along with everybody, which is my obligation, my company, to myself, etc. Obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake, all right? And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's, this is on live television, and he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
What's poppin', everybody? Hello? How's everyone doing this morning? Hopefully everyone is of satisfaction. At this current moment in time, this is human history, everybody. We are here. We are living. We are in the living zone of human history. Like the Goldilocks zone. Imagine that, but for human history. That's where we are right now. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't need to. Who cares? Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. Hopefully everyone's feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm the living embodiment of the term good. Hopefully you are as well. If not, then that's a shame. That's a darn tootin' shame. So today is one of those very non-serious episodic installations. I have one serious news topic. I guess they're all serious news topics when you really think about it. But this is going to be one of those episodes where I sit on a sweater and then throw it somewhere. Don't look at me. Anyway, so yeah, I was running late this morning, so I apologize for the extended introductory experience. However, some people say that they like that kind of stuff, so maybe I shouldn't think of that as a way to apologize. Maybe I should think of that as a like, oh yeah, I give you some extra material there. Anyway, so yesterday marked the beginning of the Cyber Monday extravaganza. I played through the entirety, and I do mean the entirety, of Crash Bandicoot Warped on the Sony PlayStation. That is the third video game in the Crash Bandicoot series. And 105%, there you go, happens. I just threw that a little too far. I don't know if I'll ever play that game again. It just went behind my desk. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play that game again. Good thing. I don't need to, because I already got 105%, already completed the game in its entirety. So that happened yesterday. Highly recommend you watch the video if you've got one of those situations where you find yourself with maybe you're calling in sick or something, or maybe you're just a piece of shit and you have no job and you have 5 hours to kill. Definitely recommend watching the VOD. If not, if that doesn't sound like it's interesting to you, then that's your problem. That's not my problem. I don't give a shit. You think I give a fuck? You think I give a flying fuck? I thought it was a pretty good stream. A lot of very good moments. I'd like to say that I maintained my energy levels relatively well throughout that. So today, I'm going to be playing Halo 1. Halo the first Halo, also known as Halo Combat Evolved. I'll be playing through that game in a speedrun style. Though I am not a great speedrunner of Halo 1, so it won't be that great. I will also be playing Doom 2, Hell on Earth, the game I used to have the world record at, but I no longer have the world record because I'm garbage, I'm no good, and I'm really bad for you. And so that's going to be happening. So that should be about 4 hours right there. I'm thinking that that's probably going to be it for today, and then tomorrow will be a Sunday Run Day, where I will play a lot more of fun stuff. So that's gonna be how we go. So, haven't played Doom 2 in a long time. Haven't done a speed run of Doom 2 in a long time, probably over a year. It's been a long time, probably over a year since I've done a full run of Doom 2. Huh. Someone would have to look that up for me, but it's been a long time. I don't think I have played Doom 2 since I quit streaming, and I don't think I've played it since I returned to streaming. Because for those of you that don't know, I took a year off of streaming, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do any Doom 2 runs throughout that entire year. Maybe I did one. I don't know. I don't think I did. But either way, Doom 2 is going to be happening today. I might do that before Halo 1. Not sure which order I'm going to do it in. I'm open to being lobbied on that one. How did Area 51 go last night? You won't believe this, Mr. Freak Glitcher. First try? I know, right? You're not going to believe... I did Area 51 and Crash 3 first try. If those words mean nothing to you, if you're listening to that, it's like, what the fuck? I thought this was a political show. What the fuck am I listening to? Right, if that's what your current thing is. Area 51's the hardest level in the whole game, and I haven't done a run of Crash 3 in 3 years. 3 years that I've not played that, and I did it first fucking try. First try. So, throwing that out there. Very good stuff, very satisfactory. And the thing about Area 51 is it also takes place at the end of the game. So it's like you've got, an endurance test. Like, you're running out of steam. You've just been sitting there for 4 hours. All of a sudden, hardest level in the game, right, hits you in the face. First try. But yeah, so, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Drink some more soy. Hopefully y'all are appreciating my title work. One of the things that I love about doing Sunday Run Day is coming up with like 15 different titles that people will complain about. One of my favorite things about doing YouTube and then also not taking it that seriously, like, I could do like Andrea Rovenski presents Above It All episode whatever the fuck full pod, like I'm not gonna do, like, who gives a fuck about that shit, right? Who gives a flying shit, right? So I love having fun with my YouTube titles, but one of my favorite things is usually every morning after a Sunday Run Day or whatever, I like scroll through my emails and I get like a bunch of angry incels leaving comments on these videos like I'm just like, okay, thank you for the view, I appreciate that. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. There's my morning update. That's how I'm feeling, that's how I'm looking, that's how I'm presenting. Hello Bodan, hello Biodegradable. Hello, Cloud. I don't know. Did I say hello to the users? I don't think I said hello to the users. I'm so sorry. Hello, Dalgek Doyle Way. Hello, Yo Soy Danny. Hello, Bob. Hello, Witch Shunt. Hello, Katie Sigmon. Hello, Jacob Barr. Hello, Nicholas Nordland. Hello, Ruth Bergie. And I think that's... Hello, JL. Hello, Bongo Dave. Hello, Drelo Stams. Drelo Stams and Biodegradable have, like, similar names. Like, where they've got, like, the same profile picture almost, where it's like a black thing with eyeballs, a cat and then a drawing. And then they both have these, like, names that are, like, they feel like their words are too long, so, like, my brain doesn't really process them as words. Like, Cloud, it's like, okay, Cloud, that's a word? Biodegrade, like, that, once I get, like, to the biodegrade, at that point, my brain shuts down. At that point, it's just a jumble of letters. Same thing with Drello Stams, just a jumble of letters. Drella, and then I'm done. My brain shuts off. Hello, Nimbus Yash. Hello, Brown Dragon. Hello, Jonathan Silva. Hey, what's up? All right, feeling good. All right, okay. So, yeah. There you go. Sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. This is just what I do. I'm a funny person. I love nitpicking people's usernames. That's one of my favorite things. I'm dying. It's Getch. Dal Getch Doyle Way. There you go. There you go. But no, I will always, for the most part, say, when I say hello to people, I will always, for the most part, pronounce their full username. Unless your name is Bodan I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be a bitch. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. Like, whenever I'm, like, talking on the phone with someone, like, you know, my doctor, health insurance, it's like, what's your Ravalinsky? Like, and then I have to spell my last name. So I feel it. It's all good. My last name sucks too. You know, no one knows how to fucking say it. No one knows how to spell it. No one knows how to pronounce it. So we're all good, Bodan Sverver. But, also, Gervass, welcome. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Hey! Cool. That's neat. Alright, now that I've hopefully offended every single person watching my stream, let's get the show on the road. So let's start with the only thing that I checked out that's serious. Yeah, the rest of this, you know, is less serious, but this is like, you know. Let's go. Alright. You see me, this is my serious news presenter kind of thing. This is like, okay, let me adjust my glasses. Yes, everybody. This is a serious thing. That's correct. Let me put away the drug paraphernalia. Okay. Alright, let's go. Everybody. Let's do it. Alright. That was I know I shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff, but. Alright, so, in international news, I saw this morning. And, this is, very scary. This is very scary stuff. I'm not a huge fan of international turmoil. Not a huge fan of war. And I also do not know all the information here, but this came out this morning. So, this is from The Hill, because I like The Hill's format. You know, they have very minimal pop-ups, you know, so I'm rolling with The Hill right now. Iran's leader calls for the definitive punishment of those behind nuclear scientists' killing. Got a little picture of the Iranian flag with some sort of missile there. That's totally not leading in any fashion whatsoever. Oh, you know, let's just have a picture of the Iran flag with a missile. Could be a nuclear missile. Who knows, right? Let's just scare the shit out of everyone reading The Hill, because that's what they do here. So, Iran's supreme leader calls for the definitive punishment of those behind the killing of its top nuclear scientist. Supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said in a statement Saturday that Mohsen, please forgive me, Fakhrizadeh was the country's prominent and distinguished nuclear and defensive scientist. Right, so for those of you, now I'm not a foreign policy expert. I wish, right? Like, I'm not that smart. But I do remember the Iran nuclear deal being a big deal when Trump took office, and he, like, tore it up. You know, he did, like, that Nancy Pelosi thing. Like, imagine this is a piece of paper, not a paper towel, right? That was Donald Trump with the Iran nuclear deal. Now, that wasn't as good as, like, tearing an actual piece of paper, right? But now I'm going to waste this paper towel. Check it out. Wasted. Right, there you go. So one of the things is, like, again, is it possible Iran is trying to secretly build nuclear weapons? Right? Maybe. Who knows? Can you blame them? When the United States is assassinating your military people, can you blame them for wanting nuclear weapons? Like, let's be honest here. Like, let's be 100. So, like, even if the Iranian people are developing nuclear weapons, in my opinion, they have all the right to do so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a huge fan of this kind of, like, world police thing where the United States has to get in there and say, you gotta do this, and they're like, fuck that shit. If they want to make nukes, let them make nukes, okay? Now, another thing is nuclear power, right? Now, again, first of all, I'm obviously very much so anti-nuclear weapon, but nuclear power is something actually useful, especially for countries that could definitely use that kind of power source. So the idea, one of the problems that I've noticed with this Iran nuclear deal thing is, like, they kind of don't want them to have any, like, enriched uranium in any fashion. They don't want them to have any nuclear technology in any fashion, because maybe it could theoretically at some point in time possibly be potentially utilized for weaponry. And the way I see it, bitch motherfucker, if the United States is going to have thousands of nuclear fucking warheads pointed at every fucking city block on the planet, then what the fuck? Why is the United States going to go around there and say what people can and can't do with their nuclear fucking, you know, technology? It's ridiculous. So that's my opinion on that, in case anyone was wondering. So, the scientist that was shot and killed by armed terrorist elements while in a vehicle in the town of Absard and died in the hospital after doctors were unable to save him, according to the state media. Several Iranian officials blamed Israel for the killing on Friday, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has yet to respond. So, we'll see what that, like, who knows, like, by tomorrow's show we could be in, like, international war, who the fuck knows, right? I hope not, though. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani blamed Israel for the killing on Saturday, according to the AP. That's today, right? Saturday's today. And said the nation would respond in proper time. The Iranian nation is smarter than falling into the trap of Zionists, he said. They are thinking to create chaos. Both officials added that the scientist's death would not stop its nuclear program, according to the AP. The alleged assassination comes as President Trump, in the last weeks of his presidency, and was recently dissuaded by his senior advisors from striking Iran military to halt its military program. Remember a couple weeks ago, or was it like a week ago? Who knows, right? But a couple weeks ago, like, there was this big news story. Yeah, Donald Trump almost destroyed the entire government of Iran. Oops. Right? Oops. Yeah, he was really thinking about just killing all those people. And then it's like, you know, I had to go up there and say, Don, man, you just, come on, man, don't do it, right? Like, do you remember that? Like, and then, of course, like, I think it was, like, January 2nd or 3rd or some shit. Like, Donald Trump orders an assassination on a military general. I don't get it. Now, again, I'm not a foreign policy expert. I'm not a scholar in the history of every country on planet Earth. But what I do know is if the Iranian people want to enrich their own resources, right, I feel like let them. Now, am I saying we shouldn't have any eyes on the ground, see what they're doing, intelligence, whatever? No, not necessarily. But the idea that you're like you're going to try to enact sanctions on other countries, tell them what to do, I'm not a huge fan of that. Not a fan of that at all, actually. Especially if it just foments more hatred between the sides of these situations. So that's my opinion on this situation. Not good, folks. Not good. And not a fan of that. Like, I'm really just like, I'm not a huge fan of war, like, in general. Like, it's just bad stuff. You just don't like it. It's just not good. But, yeah, so how's everyone doing today? Hopefully the new administration will be able to reverse most, if not all, of Trump's catastrophically stupid decisions he's made on the past 4 years that royally fucked foreign relations. That's not happening. If that was a project that we wanted to do, we should have gotten Bernie Sanders in there. Biden, not going to fix anything. Foreign policy-wise, I'm sorry, Biden is... really, Biden's almost just as bad as Trump foreign policy. Like, I hate to be that kind of person, but, like, that's one of the areas where the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are almost in lockstep. Like, if you were to give them a Venn diagram scenario, you would have, like, maybe, like, the lines on the left and right of the circle on the left and right might not be, you know, like, it might not be a perfect circle, but you might see, like, one of those, like, optical illusions where, like, you see, like, 3 border lines or whatever. Like, it might be one of those situations. Not good. Not good, in my estimation. Hello, Jack McCarthy. I've heard it strutted that the amount and severity of nuclear waste would be better than our carbon footprint. Interesting. I'm not a huge scholar when it comes to nuclear power. Nuclear power is cheaper than other types of power and can save poor countries from unpayable bills for electricity for their households. Yeah, no, for sure. That's something I do know, is that when it comes to, like, power that we can get right now, like, not like, oh, let's, you know, do 30 years of technological restructuring. When it comes to power we can get right now, nuclear power is pretty high on the list. Now, like, obviously, I'm a fucking utopian motherfucking communist, right? I want to destroy all the countries in the entire world, get rid of every border, and I say, let's share the wind farms. I say, let's share this and that. So I would prefer not to use nuclear power if there was a reasonable path to avoid it, right? But the way I see it, I don't know, nuclear power seems like a good idea. And if anyone in this chat had the right to be anti-nuclear, it's Bodan. Damn, that's racist. You're saying because Bodan lives in nuclear country that they're the scholar on nuclear abilities and things? I forgot to take my hormones this morning. I know, right? Can already feel the mustache growing. Let me fix that. God bless. Love that shit. Nuclear seems pretty cool indeed. Prettiest energy for... Yeah, that is true. It does have a nice glow to it. Was it killing all these people in Iran won't help say you stay in the presidency? I would presume it was something along those lines when they convinced Donald Trump not to engage in nuclear warfare. It's like, yeah, you know what? It probably wasn't a good idea to have this guy be in control of the buttons. Probably not a good idea. If you see me looking and turning around, there's a doggy in the background. They're not visible, but they are in the background. So sometimes I like to look at the doggy. I like to inspect the doggy. Make sure the doggy is pretty good. I've got little estrogen crystals in between my teeth right now, so just bear with me. But Pompeo flew to Saudi Arabia and disappeared for 3 hours, in which he met with BB and MBS with his chief Mossad guy. When was this? Max the doggy indeed. Max the doggy. Max the doggy really likes me. So I'm leaving my door open, which has the side effect of allowing the rest of my household to hear my inane temper tantrum fueled rants about something that they probably won't be able to understand. But if Max the doggy can come in and out, it's a win-win! Right now, nuclear power is a better choice for my country because water, wind, and sun power is too expensive to produce. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that's the thing. It's like, what can we get right now versus, like, if we all cooperated on a world scale and we're like, all right, let's get this shit going. Anti-nuclear, right? Let's get that wind. Let's get those batteries up in there. Let's get them. Right? And the whole world was like, Montana's like the fucking energy super producer of the world. Like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe, but that's not going to happen. So, hello, the magnetic vortex. Do you have an OnlyFans? I do not, actually. Thank you for asking, though. All right, so, speaking of people that presumably have an OnlyFans. So, Elon Musk here, I saw this tweet from Warren Gunnels. Only in America can one man make $111 billion in 8 months of a pandemic, while 40 million tenants face eviction? Yes, something extremely bogus is going on. So, you might not know this, but Elon Musk, right, has gained a lot of money over the last, year or so, like 12-month period. And this is presumably because of Tesla's rising stock prices. Now, it's incredible. I want to pull out the obvious one, right? Elon Musk, the guy who famously said coronavirus would disappear by April. It'll all be gone, folks. It'll all be gone by April, everybody. By April is now the second richest person in the world. Like, fast on track to be the richest person in the world, right? And so we're going to be in a new situation where it's been cool to dunk on Elon for a while now. Elon was just kind of like one of those like kind of loser nerd rich guys. But Elon is fast approaching the top slot of rich guys. Honestly, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now. Elon Musk is a much better enemy than Jeff Bezos, right? Elon Musk is a much openly dumber motherfucker than Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos kind of stays in the shadows. Jeff Bezos is like the House of Cards kind of like scenario for rich people. But Elon Musk is the biggest douchebag cocksucker loser that I have ever seen on the internet. Like, and I have seen some real dumb motherfuckers. I have seen some of the dumbest of the dumb. But like, if you look at the greatest hits of like when Elon Musk called someone a pedophile because they didn't want to use his dumbass like submarine bullshit that like took too long to produce, right? Like, that was a little ridiculous. When Elon Musk lost like fucking lawsuit after lawsuit because of stock fucking manipulation, ridiculous. Elon Musk saying the coronavirus is fake. He just doesn't believe in it, right? So there's millions of people dying all across the world, and Elon Musk doesn't believe in it. At least he says openly he doesn't believe in it. And also, he's going to be the richest person on the planet, right? Like again, this is a very awesome enemy, and this is what I want to make this video about. Is, again, if we're going to have an enemy that we all point our fingers at, that we all look at, with our glasses, sometimes our glasses are like this, but you gotta do this, do the finger thing, you gotta really squint. Like, Jeff Bezos is a decent enemy, but I think Elon Musk is a better enemy, in the same way that Donald Trump, pretty good enemy, but Joe Biden, I think, is a better enemy. Why? Because I feel like the situations where we can push and shove and we can make any hay in these kind of scenarios, it's way easier to inform people why rich people are evil if the richest person in the world doesn't believe in a pandemic that killed your fucking mother, right? It's way easier to do that than, oh yeah, Jeff Bezos. He never talks about anything. You know, he's underneath like a bunker 24/7, never is on Twitter, doesn't say anything. You know, like, so this is my projection here. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you know how evil it is that someone is capable of making this extreme amount of wealth in such a short period of time, while 40 million people cannot pay their rent, and while 40 million people are facing eviction in the next month. Not even in the next month, but like next week, dude. Like, this eviction moratorium that Donald Trump haphazardly put together that most counties aren't even following, right? This is going to expire in a couple weeks, dude. So there's going to be 40 million people pending eviction coming January, right? While this guy is making $100 billion in a year. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I feel like the battle lines could not be clearer. The rich people are the problem. The rich people are the enemy, right? The Democratic Party, like, being in control, they're weak. They're spineless. They're not up to the task. I feel like the battle lines could not possibly be any clearer, right? Everyone should know where they stand at this point. And if you don't, I mean, come on, man. Like, Jesus Christ, do some soul searching or something. Because we're running out of time here. But Jesus. My God. I fucking hate Elon Musk. Whew, that's what I gotta say about that. Speaking of news, Alexander Lukashenko is going to step down as dictator of Belarus. Apparently, I'm not sure if I can believe that. I smell bullshit. Keep me posted on that one. I would like to know more. I heard it in the news. Musk pushed Zuckerberg and Gates from the richest people chart, and right now only Bezos is richer than. I love the misspellings of all those words. That's great. But yeah, no, for sure. Max is somewhere around here. I hear Max itching sometimes, or scratching. Rather, but my door is open. Max can wander in if Max wants to do so. But yeah, Elon Musk, enemy number one, everybody. Enemy number one. I think this is the thing, again, is making videos about Jeff Bezos kind of hard considering the guy's never in the news. But if Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, like, even if he's only number two, at this point, I'm going to make video after video after video after video assaulting this motherfucker, you know, with facts and logic. With words, this guy is going to fear my wrath. And you know what's going to be fun? The Elon Musk fanboys. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. Because every time, I have a few Elon Musk videos, right? Every time I make an Elon Musk video, I get these fucking fanboys, right? Like, does you say that cool thing about Tesla release? It was like, so cool. Elon Musk is like way smarter than you. He's the smartest person in the world, and you only wish that you could be the smartest Elon. Like, those people, like, seriously, dude, get a fucking life. Like, Jesus Christ, God damn it. But I can't wait. I can't wait. I genuinely cannot wait. But anyway, that's that, and let's move on. So. All right. We drink some more coffee. All right. Oh, I made a noise. I remember last year Bezos was in the news, something to do about his personal life. Yeah, he had a divorce. No. Bezos got in the news because, like, his nudes were leaked or some shit. But he also got a divorce. I think both of those things happened around the same time. I think both of those things happened at the same time. And then, like, Jeff's wife became, like, the richest woman in history or something. But yeah. Anyway, next. Please explain why you think communism will fix the world's problems. Cooperation has been shown to yield better results. For example, if you're an individualist, which is the foundational principle of capitalism, is you got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps, right? If you're an individualist, chances are you're not going to invent a car. If you're an individualist, if you're working all by yourself, chances are you're not going to invent new medicine. If you're working by yourself and you take no input from anybody else, chances are you're not going to be writing a book, because chances are you're probably not going to be speaking any language that other people can understand. Right? So the sheer fact that you're asking that question in the English language, right, and we've never really met before, you've only been in my streams a couple times, the sheer fact that you're able to ask a question in a language that I am able to understand without any prior communication to you is proof enough that cooperation is something to strive for. So communism is just the ultimate form of cooperation. Max the dog! Max the dog! I saw Max the dog in the webcam. Max the dog! Hi! Hey! Max the dog! Do you want to come up? You want to come up, Max? This is Max the dog, everybody. This is Max the dog. Oh, 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 Max. Max. Max the dog! Max the dog! Yay. Watch out, Max. Don't hit your head. You can't go down there, Max. You cannot go down there. I'm sorry. I don't want you to get hurt. Max. 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 You're disrupting my show. I'm doing a show. Max. I'm doing a show. Dog, you can't go down there, Max. Max, please don't go down there. You're going to break this. Max, you can't go down there. Max, you can't go down there. No, Max, you're stuck. Okay, we have a problem. Okay, Max, you can't be down there. Max, please. My room is not dog friendly. You can't even hear me. My room is not dog friendly right now. Okay. Alright, Max the dog. Max the dog. Alright, buddy. Max the dog. Alright. We're going this way, buddy. Okay. That's also a way you can go. Alright, Max the dog. Okay. You're fine. You're fine. You almost got stuck, but that's okay. You did it. You did it, Max. You did it. I gotta go do my show now, so you gotta get out of here. Alright. 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 Okay. Alright. That's Max the dog for you. He almost destroyed my computer. So I'm gonna have to clean some stuff up before I let him back in here. But hopefully that was fun. But yeah, for those wondering, my desk has a keyboard tray, right? This little device here, and this is broken. And sometimes it falls, and Max went underneath my desk, and I was afraid that it would fall on him and hurt him. So I had to like hold it, and then he went behind my computer, and then he almost tripped over my Ethernet cord. So I got to clean up my room a little bit before I let him explore. But that's Max the dog. There you go. Hopefully that was a proper introduction. Maybe I'll clip that. Maybe I will. I'm not sure. But yeah. Will Max get his own segment video today? Yes, probably. Max be a correspondent? Yes, Max is without a doubt a correspondent. I have no idea what Max is. Is he a rescue? I mean, technically, I guess. Family friend, who didn't have I don't really know the situation, but family friend's dog that we are looking after theoretically temporarily. I don't know. I don't know these things. All I know is that Max likes me the most. I think all the dogs like me the most in this house, just because I'm a good person. Everyone else in this house is a depressed, angry piece of garbage. And I'm a kind person. I meditate. I'm a positive individual to be around. I exude positivity, and I think animals can pick up on that. So, Unlike everyone else in this house who's a piece of fucking garbage. I'm just kidding. I'm only saying that because this dumb bitch is watching my stream. They kicked him out because he was too big for the house. He's too big. He's not too big. He's too big to go underneath my desk. That's for sure, though. He almost fucked everything up, but that's okay. Seems that everything is working. All right. Let me fucking... He licked my glasses at one point, so I got a smudge on my glasses, right? This is what I look like without my glasses, by the way. Ugly as sin, right? Like, holy shit. Like, y'all are like, oh my god, this bitch, please put the glasses back on. I know. Just give me a sec. Jesus. Oh. Max the dog. Whew. Okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright. Speaking of unbelievable, let's talk about Donald Trump, right? Let's do it. All right. D-Trump, D.Trump, also known as Big Don, also known as Orange Man, also known as the Cheeto-in-Chief, gave a little press conference the other day, and this little nugget was in there. And let's listen.
Just so you understand, this election was a fraud. I mean, they have Biden beating Obama on Obama's vote. Just so you understand, this election was a fraud. I mean, they have Biden beating Obama on Obama's vote in areas that mattered in terms of the election, in swing states.
They had Biden beating Obama in areas that mattered? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Biden was beating Obama in the areas that matter. Oh, no!
No good, really bad for you.
Oh, no!
Election in swing states. And yet he's losing to Obama all over the place. But he's beating Obama in swing states, which are the states that mattered for purposes of the election. So, no, I can't say that at all. I think it's a possibility. They're trying to, look, between you people, don't talk to me that way.
Don't talk to me.
You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way. All right, I'm going to go with another question.
I can't. This mother... You're lightweight. Don't talk to me like that. I'm the president of the United States. Don't talk to me like that. Don't do it. Don't talk to me.
Trying to, look,
Unbelievable.
Between you people, don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States.
I got to clip this. This has got to be a sound drop.
Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way. All right, I'm going to go with another question.
Oh my god. I fucking...
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
I fucking can't, dude. What a crybaby loser, dude. I really can't. Like, you're a lightweight. Don't talk to me. You're a lightweight.
That at all. I think it's a possibility. They're trying to, look, between you people, don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way. All right, I'm going to go with an...
Like, that's one of my favorite things, and you pick that up, and like, is Trump's latent, like, kind of somewhat hidden but not really authoritarian personality? Like, clearly, like, he's an authoritarian, right? But, like, there's these moments where, like, people get under his skin, right? And he lets them. And those are, like, the best moments ever, right? Those are the best fucking moments ever. Like this one here.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
That one's really good, too. Where it's, like, he just has this kind of, like, yeah, he's openly bombacious, authoritarian, that's kind of a shtick, right? But he's also a crybaby snowflake. So, like, when you get those situations, like, there was this one time, I want to say, like, 6 months ago or so, where Donald Trump was, like, talking about coronavirus, and someone was asking him a question, and then he was like, why don't you ask China that question? Why are you asking me? Why don't you ask China? I can ask China that question. Like, you can go look that up if you want. But, like, there's these moments where, like, this guy just gets, like, extremely triggered, and it's just hilarious, and I want to watch it again. Like, because look at this. The preceding context here is Donald Trump is trying to explain how he actually won the election or something, question mark, and he's unable to do so. So instead of trying to, like, change the subject, he just, like, yells at the reporter. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's really desperately trying, like, only the places that mattered I lost. In the places that mattered. And if they didn't matter, then I wouldn't have mattered, and then matter, and then antimatter, and then why don't you ask China that question?
Just so you understand, this election was a fraud. I mean, they have Biden.
Now, I want to say this, and I want to say this openly, and I want to be very clear here. The president does not deserve respect. The president, at all times, whoever it is, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, George W. Bush, like whoever the fucking president is, they deserve to have tomatoes thrown in their direction, right? They deserve to be tarred. They deserve to be feathered. They deserve to be laughed at. They deserve to be screamed at. They deserve to be mocked. They deserve to be humiliated, because if you're the president of the United States, the prerequisite is that you're a garbage piece of shit. There is no possible path to the presidency that a normal, well-meaning individual could possibly achieve. So yes, the office of the presidency should not be respected. It doesn't deserve any respect. It doesn't deserve any, you shouldn't take it seriously. You shouldn't listen to their commands. You should mock them, belittle them, and make them cry, because that's what they deserve. When you murder innocent people, when you allow for homeless children to die of a preventable disease, you do not deserve respect. The President of the United States is an office that is only occupied by criminals and will probably only be occupied by criminals. But I'm going to watch this again.
Obama's vote
Barack
in areas
Hussein
that
Obama.
mattered in terms of the election, in swing states. And yet he's losing to Obama all over the place. But he's beating Obama in swing states, which are the states that mattered for purposes of the election. So, no, I can't say that at all. I think it's a possibility. They're trying to look between you people. Don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Again, I love it. I love it. There is no such thing as a chain of command. Chain of command. More like a chain of anal beads coming out of my asshole, dude. Who gives a fucking shit about the chain of command? I don't give a fuck. This guy is responsible for killing people that I know. This guy is responsible for the deaths of so many motherfuckers, and you're gonna tell me the chain of command? What? Bitch, dude, I don't give a fuck about your command. I don't give a fuck about your chains. You know who else had a chain? Joe Biden, and that's how he fended off Corn Pop, dude. Chains don't have a good track record in these situations, okay? Fucking chain of command, my asshole. I'm sorry. If you respect the office of the presidency, you're a loser and you're a sucker. In Donald Trump's own words, if you respect the office of the president of the United States, you're a loser, you're a sucker, and you really, really need to rethink your life because you've made some critical errors in your calculations. That is my opinion. Sorry about your luck, though. It's okay. It happens. Whew! Respect the office, but he looks like a crybaby, weakling snowflake saying that he needs to be respected. I don't respect the office, I'm sorry. That's your inner boomer coming out. I know you're Gen X, Cloud, but you know, the thing about Gen X people, they were raised by boomers, and some of them were raised by the people who raised boomers, you know? So that's your inner boomer coming out. It's been like deeply locked, like the nine-tailed fox in Naruto. You know, you won't get this thing because you're a boomer, Cloud. But there's a cartoon called Naruto where like there's this kid with like a demon fox trapped within him. That's the entirety of Generation X. And the demon fox is the boomer generation. So it's like deeply within you. It's like chained up in your psyche. And then every once in a while, the demon fox comes out to play and your inner boomer shows up. And when you come into my chat and say, respect the office, that's your inner demon fox boomer coming out to say hello. Whereas us, based millennials, we don't have that shit. Inner boomer. What? Fuck that shit. Boomers be gone? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Millennial checking in. Gen X, most of them had silent generation parents, even worse. Like, who do you think are like I said, who do you think are the ones that raised the boomers? Those guys were some real fucked up motherfuckers. The silent generation? They need to stay silent. Tell them to fuck off. We don't need to listen to their bullshit. The silent. Imagine I'm part of the silent generation. Are they related to the silent majority? Is the silent generation a part of the silent majority? Because if so, they can both fuck off. Fucking this. Yes, my generation is defined by having cartoons with no audio. What? As the Sergeant General of Generation X, we were the older brothers of the little millennials, and we taught y'all how to revolt. Well, I didn't have an older brother. Nimbus Yash, you fucking piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, I love making fun of people on the generational scale, because it all is meaningless. It's just so fun, though. And I'm going to patent that Naruto comparison. I'm going to use that one in a future routine. That was pretty funny. Wouldn't most, if not all of this... I hope so. I hope the silent generation is silent. I hope so. Because why are they called the silent generation if they're still alive? I think every generation of people that's entirely dead, I think they're the silent generation. Because they're all fucking dead. Who gives a shit? They're gone. They're gone. The radical left, Biden. You lost them. They're gone. I need to clip that one. They're gone. I love it. Oh, God. Alright, I have one more thing I wanted to talk about. And this is some cops beating the shit out of some dude for not having an ID, apparently, according to reports. So this is in New York City. And the reason why I wanted to play this clip, Chief, primarily is because one of the things that a lot of people will say when they look at police brutality videos is they say, well, why didn't you just follow orders? Why didn't you just follow commands? Why didn't you just be a good little... follower, just follow what they say, right? So again, is it illegal to walk around in the United States of America without ID? If you answered yes, chances are you're a dullard because it's not actually illegal and you're an idiot. So, also another thing, when you go on social media, right, and you say Blue Lives Matter or All Lives Matter or I back the blue, not all cops are bad, right? I really hope they see this. I hope to God that, when a cop sees you and pulls you over and stops and frisks you, right? That, the partner is like, whoa, Jeff, wait, hold on. And then they whip out their phone, and then they scroll through their Twitter mentions, right? Wait, Jeff, this guy said #BackTheBlue on Twitter. Let him go. That's not happening, okay? It's not like you going on Twitter or YouTube and saying #BackTheBlue is giving you insurance against police brutality, right? Oh, whoops. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I had no idea you said #BlackBackTheBlue on Twitter. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to beat the shit out of you. You wrote #BackTheBlue. It's our bad. That's not how this situation works. So here's a situation where police are basically assaulting someone for no crime. There's been no crime committed. The police are assaulting them. And the person filming this has an awakening that I think a lot of people could take message from.
He's only one person, guy. Yo, why you...
Also just want to say this is a very New York accent that you're about to hear.
He's only one person, guy. Yo, why you punching him, bro? Yo, he can't even punching him like that. Yo. He's not fucking resisting, bro. Hey, you can't be doing this.
Fuck out of here. What's punch this?
Come on, man. All this shit going on, you can't punch me.
Look at yous, bro. Look how many are yous for one person.
Seriously?
You guys fucking need to go do something real.
Notice, by the way, how none of these motherfuckers have masks on. Just saying. Law and order. Right, so by the way, it is state law to wear masks. And so keep in mind, this is the context. So someone doesn't have an ID on them. Not a crime. Right? The police don't have mandatory masks on. Actually a crime? Isn't that interesting? But anyway, let's let our Italian friend guide us through.
Look how many are yous for one person.
Seriously?
You guys fucking need to go do something real crime shit. Yous really do. Instead of hanging out with people on a corner. Yous guys gotta do some real crime, bro. Yous really do. This is crazy, bro.
And I just want to say, especially if you're of Italian descent, if you ever see police, please heckle them. Police deserve to be heckled. They shouldn't, police and politicians, again, my methodology here is if we could bring back the tar and the feather, I would, right? If you're a cop and you're walking around my neighborhood, bitch motherfucker, you're damn right I'm gonna heckle you. Why the fuck are you walking around my neighborhood, you dumb brown shirt motherfucker? Get the hell out of my house. Get the hell out of my street, right? You have no jurisdiction here. You're a piece of garbage. You gotta let cops know, and you gotta let politicians know that you don't like them, you don't care about them, and you're the one in charge. You pay their bills. You pay their paychecks. Without you, they got nothing. Remind them that. Fucking use guys.
You really do. This is crazy, bro. All because of no ID? All you come from no ID, bro? You fucking guys probably have no jobs right now. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
That's nuts, bro. That's crazy. These people are crazy, bro. Fucking people get shot and killed every day. And they're over here hitting somebody on a fucking park bench right here. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
I was always pro-police all the time. I ever was always on you guys' side. But watching this right now, that's not right, man. Come on. Come on, man.
Just keep your head up, cuz.
I was always into Blue Lives Matter. I've been into marches for you guys and everything, but seeing that, watching the guy in the face, come on.
This is what you did,
man. I was always on your sides all the time. But watching it, man, that's not right.
So you punch him? Yo, you happy?
And I want this to be the lesson here. I want this to be the lesson. When someone says Blue Lives Matter, when someone says back the blue, chances are they've never actually interacted with a police officer in a genuine situation. They might have said hello on the street to like a cop in a patrol car just sitting there waiting to stop and frisk a 15-year-old black kid, right? But they've never actually spoken to a cop during an arrest. They've never actually witnessed police do anything at all. That's why they say back the blue, because they don't know. And again, like, when you, officer, look at my hashtags on Twitter. Officer, I said back the blue on Twitter. Officer, but I said back the blue. Oh, no, officer, I said Blue Lives Matter. Like, that, like, they don't give a fuck. So when you do this bullshit, Blue Lives Matter, my dead Bimbo, my Bimbo, like, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. You look like a goober. When you go out there and say, you must respect authority, you look like a loser, right? You're a fucking little wimp. You're a baby. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, imagine how much of a loser, baby, wimpy fucking nerd you have to be to respect authority. Like, what? Like, and these motherfuckers think they're counterculture. They think, oh yes, I respect the laws. I respect the officers in the office of the presidency. Look how counterculture I am. Look how edgy I am. Look at me, I'm so edgy and counterculture because I support cops. What? You're not edgy. You're not counterculture. You're a loser. You can't think for yourself, and you're a loser. You're a sucker, and you're a loser. Let's play the rest of the clip.
All the time. But watching it, man, that's not right.
So you punch him? Yo, you happy?
Where's the tough guy?
The
shorty guy.
Yeah, he's a tough dude.
Yo, you happy?
You abide by the law. You follow the rules. You don't punch a guy in his face like that. Come on. He has his hands behind his back.
Notice how the cops say nothing? Notice that. Isn't that interesting? If this were anyone else but state-sanctioned death squads, if this were just like a random group of teenagers that just walked up to some dude sitting on a bench and punched them in the face, do you think these Italian friends here would say, hey, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. No. Chances are these guys would beat the fucking shit out of those instigating loser teenagers. But what is a cop? Like, different. What is the difference between a cop and a loser teenager bully in fucking 8th grade? There is no difference. The only difference is they got a badge, they get a paycheck that is bought and paid for by our tax dollars. That's the only fucking difference. So, am I advocating for you to go out there and be violent against cops? Absolutely not. That's a bad idea. But you have to understand that these motherfuckers do not deserve to have the authority that they put us through these situations with, right? Why the fuck should any random person be allowed to punch the ever-loving shit out of someone for not violating a single crime? Why? If I walk up to someone randomly, and just beat the shit out, well, they didn't show me their ID. Like, is that going to fly in court? Your Honor, I asked this random person on the side of the street for their ID, and they didn't show it to me in a 3-second window. Therefore, I beat the shit out of them. That's my legal right. Cops can do it. Why can't I? Right? Law and order. Law and order. That's why.
You punch him in the face? That's justice? You guys made an oath. You guys swore.
I don't think so. They do
Protect and
justice.
serve. You don't punch him in the face. Come on, man.
Now you're happy?
All right, get out. You guys leave now.
No, we're not
That's
leaving.
our property, bro. We work here. I work.
It's over. Go ahead.
This is our neighborhood. That's where we live.
Come on, man.
Tough guy.
We live here. We pay taxes for you to
The
be
dude in the
here.
tracksuit. I just want to say the dude in the tracksuit, like, God bless.
man, you
I
We
I
live
just
here.
can't.
We pay
I
taxes
can't.
for you to be here.
That's it. You guys got it. That's it.
But again, like, I just want this to be, like, this is how normal people react to police. Like, none of, like, it doesn't matter how many times you tweet out Blue Lives Matter. Doesn't, but officer, I put Blue Lives Matter in my Twitter bio. But officer, I bought a Blue Lives Matter t-shirt on Teespring 3 months ago for my granddaughter's birthday present. Who cares? The cops certainly don't. And if they don't care, who are you trying to impress? That's my question. Thank you. But, yeah, so that's my show for today. Hopefully that was a good show. Good show. The best show. Believe me. It's insane to be a cop. I mean, it's as silly as joining the military. No. Joining the military and being a cop are different situations. Joining the military, you get contractually obligated for a significant portion of your life. Joining the military, you get access to socialized medicine. You get access to socialized housing. You get access to socialized food. You get access to so many different things if you're in the military that make it worthwhile. Military recruiters also prey on poor people, at least in the United States. I don't know about different countries. So being a cop, on the other hand, you don't get any of that shit. You're just like, you just get a badge and a gun and like a false sense of authority. Like, you don't see cops getting access to VA treatment. You don't see cops getting full course meals, like, you know, paid for by the government. They eat donuts, for God's sakes, every single day. Have you ever seen a fit cop? Have you ever seen a fit cop? Okay, let me add this on. Have you ever seen a fit cop that has been on duty for at least 2 years? No. Nope. You want to know why? Oh, you already know why. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I'm not trying to, like, run away or anything. I'm not trying to, like, you know, do that whole thing. But I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I gotta pee. I'm hungry. I'm starving, and I did my duty today. I will be streaming again later. Later today, probably around 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 4-ish hours from now. I will be playing Halo 1, and I will be playing Doom 2, and I will be speedrunning both of them to the best of my ability. And if that sounds interesting to you, then check it out. If it doesn't sound interesting to you, then you are a piece of garbage, and you need to come anyway, because what is the difference between this live stream and me playing Halo or Doom? There is no difference. The only difference is, instead of watching a cop beat the shit out of someone in the side of the screen, you watch a video game. That's the only difference, right? So, just throwing that out there. I'll see y'all in a couple hours, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Antifa exists. Antifa exists. Exists. Antifa. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. Not good. Believe me, not good. No good. No good.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Though, it's definitely not me. I think it's everybody else.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. In a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
Look, talk about education. School, not daycare. School does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school. School, not help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. Help. They don't know quite what to do. Make sure the television. Make sure the television. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the television to help them deal with it. Does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school. School, not daycare. School. Help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.